Hey guys, welcome to sunny Bermuda. Today's video we're going to talk about the STIHL 960, and this is the IK. It's got the Kawasaki engine and it's electronically fuel injected. But today we're just going to talk about changing the blades. I purchased this toward the end of the year last year. It's a used mower, got a great deal on it from the dealer. It was actually a demo, had like 50 hours on it, and I was getting ready to change the blades because I cut a lot in the woods down there just to kind of clean it up, cut down all the vines and stuff. But look at the blades here. Yeah, as you can see, they have been roughed up, wallered out, pretty much destroyed. But I'll probably keep them to swap them out to get back in the woods with them and use these new blades for my lawn, because I have what, a little over 24,000 square feet that I mow, and I cut the front with a push mower, usually my reel. But as you can see, it's looking, well, it's not really looking good. I mean, it looks decent, but it still hadn't filled in from the winter because we went all April, no rain at all. Actually, we got a 1/4 of an inch, and then we got a little bit 2 weeks ago. In fact, we're on a water restriction. We can't use water. In fact, they tell us we can't even put water in our swimming pool, which that's not good. So anyway, hopefully we'll get some rain soon to reestablish the water tables and all. But yeah, the blades on it has 3 blades, and this is a 60-inch deck, and there's 3 types of blades. You can get the mulching blades, which also you can put a mulching kit on it, which basically covers up the side chute and, you know, basically makes a well in there for it to chop up. And these, I got these here. Let's show the WB05 710 6000 one piece, the blade set, and this is the actual STIHL product. You can get aftermarket, which I think the dealer did have these aftermarket ones on. I'm not sure, because these don't look like the original STIHL, because they are I believe a Wright distributor as well, so I don't know. But let's just check out the difference here. You can see the thickness of these blades. I'll try and hold them up side by side. It is quite a difference in thickness. Not too much, just a hair, I would say. And you can really see it right there in the thick part of the blade. And also I did have some trouble finding the blade. I was just like, come on. I was looking online because I was going to go with the cheaper alternative set, but these are, and even AI told me that I should have 20.5, and that was wrong. These are 21-inch blades. As you can see here, 21 by a 1/4 inch, so it's 1/4 inch steel, then 2.5, and then I'm not sure what the 1 stands for. And also online it said that this is a 1-inch hole, and this is obviously not a 1-inch hole. I believe that is either 3/8 or 5/8. Looks kind of like a 3/8. So yeah, double check that when you take it off. And then the other things you need when you're changing the blades is I like to put on some anti-seize here. Let's see if I can show that here. He has some anti-seize. This is actually made by Loctite. I'll put a link to this in the description if you need some of that. But if you change regularly, you probably have a can of that, and it'll last forever. And then also wood block. That just helps hold the blade stationary while you either use a breaker bar to take the nut off or the bolt off, and then put it back on. And then also you need a torque wrench here. I just bought this new. I went ahead and got one. Actually, I needed one because my other torque wrench, it didn't go up quite as high as what's needed for the STIHL, for this big commercial mower. You're supposed to put the bolt on, I believe it's 118 foot-pounds or 120 foot-pounds. So I needed something that's at least 150 foot-pounds. It'll go up to 150. And I believe this one, I believe it does. Yeah, 150 is the max, I believe, on this one. Or it may be higher than that. I'd have to look and see. But I couldn't buy like a 120 torque wrench because that's the max level of it. So it's always good to come down. This actually says 250 foot-pounds is the max torque. Wow, see, it goes up really high. And also it comes with some common metric. I like these six-sided And also I went ahead and got the exact size, which is 15/16 for this steel. And this may be common for all commercial and not just a 60-inch, but yeah, get your 15/16 size wrench there. I've already taken it off. Now let me get under there and I'll take the bolt off and kind of show you what kind of condition I'm looking at. Okay, here is the monster bolt that came off of it. As you can see, hopefully I can pick this up with the GoPro. You can see a little tinge of rust on it, I guess. Solid steel bolt. Looks like it's never had any anti-seize on it, so I'm gonna have to put some on it, and it was a bear to get off. Trust me, I had to put some muscle, but this breaker bar, it did the job. Taking it off. So, well, it won't show me crawling under there because I'll just be laying on the ground, tightening up and then torquing it down. I just want to shoot a quick video, give you the information, and also in the description I'll put the part numbers for these, including this high lift blade right here. I'll make sure that's there, and then I'll give the part number for the mulching, and then also just your standard blade. But from what I said, what I've read is the high lift is really good for Bermuda. I mean, it just cleans it up, it lifts it up and throws it out the chute as well. And also this, some people have these heavy duty lifts that lifts up the front end, or you can just pull them up on like some tire jacks from just your local store. You can go to Harbor Freight and get some jacks and drive it up on. That way you lift it up. But I'm pretty handy at reaching under there. And also, see these two bolts here? You can get like a jack thing here that you'd wind it up and it lifts up the front. But I'm not gonna do that right now because I don't really need it. Right now I'm pretty good reaching under there. So guys, hope you enjoyed this video, and it's good to make videos again. It's been a while, I think January, since I made a video, but I'm going to get back into it. I got a whole list of videos I want to bring to you guys. So guys, hope you have a great day and learn a little bit about steel. I'll try to make a future video on doing the maintenance. It does have a lot of Zerg fittings, changing the oil, the air filter, you know, your standard maintenance on a monster steel like this. So guys, hope you have a great day, and we will see you in the next one.